Okay. We in the motherfucking building. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. OK Izzy, in the building, man. Back at y'all again with another one, man. With another one, man. Shout out to the people that's been rocking with the boy. Shout out to the Righteous Fear. Shout out to the Good Breads. We in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the OKs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, this is the whole stage part 5. I have to redo it because the last one, that video was buffering. The video was acting crazy on me. I watched the playback and I'm like, you know what? People don't deserve no bull crap work. All right. They don't, the people don't deserve nothing that's stepped on. Y'all deserve that raw content. Y'all deserve that raw, real content that's gonna, that's gonna let y'all sit down, relax, watch, vibe, etc. etc. Y'all don't deserve that bullshit. So I decided to reintroduce the host stage part 5. Okay. Now, as y'all can see, the title says host stage part 5 slash 6 ways black women drive black men away. All right. And for the ladies that are coming here trying to figure out what black men think, sit down and don't have a mind state where you are offended or you're going to get offensive. Have a listening and a comprehensive mind state because I'm going to teach you something tonight, ladies. I'm going to express what black men always express all the time, but you just don't allow them to speak. This time you're going to sit down and you're going to listen. That being said, man, y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we are going to get right on into the video. And y'all know what I like. Y'all know I like to reference my videos with you know I like to reference my videos with a video so y'all can hear from the bat's mouth what's going on. But before we do that, I am going to get into the 6 ways black women drive black men away. We are going to get right on into those situations there, okay? So without further ado, right on in. Let's get right on into it, okay? Let's get right on into it. Shout out to the guys in the building, man. We got XL Pro in the building. He's the VIP of the D. He is the dean of the dean's office. XL Pro is the dean of the dean's office. We got Aviated in the building. Aviated Views. Shout out to you. And I'm pretty sure we got a couple other people. I don't care. I don't care if we got 1 or 2 people in the live. I'm going to treat it like I got a million people here because this is something that I'm passionate about, and I want people that I have to give out. Because again, like I said, it's not only my message; it's something that tons and tons of black men are iterating and reiterating and letting you guys know what's going on. So let's start off with the first one, guys. I don't need a man. Pay attention to the screen because I'm going to be putting it up on the screen. 6 ways black women drive black men away. I don't need a man. See, black women have made sure that they stamp this in the black community. Black women have, oh shit, we got Professor in the building as well. My bad, my boy. Professor, thank God you caught the live this time. Like I told you, man, I'm gonna send you it from now on because I'm shadow banned on this page. But we're gonna get right on into it. You know what I'm saying? You know you are brother, so you good to go. You good to go. So one of the things that they do is they say I don't need a man. This is what black women have stamped in the black community. I don't need a man, which is rendered by they're strong and independent. We're gonna get to that later. But if you don't need a man, ma'am, then why should we care about you? Why should we protect you? Why should we want you? Why should black men tell themselves, hey, I'm going to put this one on a pedestal when that one is on the pedestal saying, I don't need the person putting me on the pedestal. I don't need you. We put them on the pedestal and they're letting us know that they don't need us. It just doesn't make sense. It's almost like a football player who's on the field down by fucking 7 touchdowns and they saying they don't need the head coach. They can do it by themselves. Ladies, man, like y'all need to stop it, all right? You need a man. You need a man just as well as a seed needs soil. That soil needs water or H2O and oxygen. And also, all that needs the sun. We need each other. So for you to sit there and walk around, run around and say, I don't need a man, believe me when I tell you this, it actually hurts you. It actually makes you need a man even more, because when you hit the wall and when you grow up to become a certain age, then you realize now you need a man. But you realize that no, you don't need a man now. You've always needed a man. So that's number one right there. We're going to get to number two out of 6. Okay. I'm just living my best life. This is what black women tell black men day in and day out. You locking her down. You doing everything you need to do as a man to show a woman that you want to vet her, to show a woman that you with her, to show this woman that I got your back. You even paying her bills. You are protecting her. You are texting her good morning. You are telling her all the things that she need to hear. You're not telling her sweet nothings because you're fulfilling everything that you say you're going to fulfill, and you're doing more. There's things you don't even say, you just do. Okay? There's things you don't say, and there's things you just do. But guess what she does when you try to put a ring on it? Guess what she does when you tell her, let's take this to the next level? Guess what that black woman does when you tell her, stop fucking with all these dudes that's fucking you over. I'm here for you. Let's do it. You know what she said? I'm just living my best life right now. I'm living my best life right now. I'm doing me right now. I don't want to hinder my stuff. Living their best life. I want you guys to replace the word best with worst, because they actually do live their worst lives. It might taste good. It might feel good. It might sound good. But just like Snickers or chicken grease or chicken with a whole bunch of grease in it, slowly but surely it kills you. One of the number one killers of the black community is obesity, and that's because of the detriment that we intake. Living your best life, going out and eating waffles and syrup and eating chicken and eating all this greasy food. I'm a victim of it. I'm not going to act like I don't eat meat. I'm not going to act like I don't eat the things, but I eat these to survive. I don't eat this because I'm living my best life. These ladies do this, and these people are doing this. Yet when we fail and suffer from heart disease, and we fail and suffer from high blood pressure and diabetes, we wonder why. It's because every Thanksgiving we have lived our best life. Okay. So this is equivalent to women saying they're living their best life. They're just, all they're doing is building and adding detriment to their lives. Okay. I want y'all to understand that. Nothing else, nothing more. Number 3, this is a very popular one, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard this tons and tons of times. Black men ain't shit. I need somebody. Look, I need, if you a white man, Hispanic man, Latino man, Asian man, I need you to let me know, when did it become popular for your woman to tell you that you ain't shit? And I'll wait. If I wait, the live stream gonna be done in 3 hours, and I'm gonna still be waiting, because you don't see other races making it a popular thing to say that they men ain't shit. Okay, there's shaming language that modern women use for men today. Incel, small D energy, you must be a virgin, this and that. We got a lot of shaming languages, but when it comes predominantly to the women who are submitting to their men, black women are you guys love to say that we ain't shit, especially when we are the shit. Okay, black man could be taking care of his children, don't want to go on hot girl summer with you, don't want to goddamn spend money on Ruth Chris and go on all these fucking dates, don't want to do this and that with you. So you break up with him and you tell the world he ain't shit when he's the shit. That man will take care of his child. That man goes to work and brings home the butter. That man loves you to death. That man actually cares about you, but he ain't shit because he's not what you want. And then let me take it a step further. Black men ain't shit goes into the pookies and the derogatory men that these black women choose. They choose derogatory men, spend 10 to 15 years dealing with these men, and then have to settle. They call it settling for you good black men. Once they're ready to settle for the good black men, their excuse is black men ain't shit. That's their excuse, guys. Black men ain't shit. We at the bottom of the totem pole, they say. We not in no higher hierarchy, whatever. See, women don't think logically, they think emotionally. Men think logically. And if you think logically, you would understand that black men are not at the bottom of the totem pole. Okay? We're number 2 in desirability, regardless of money. We're number 1 in raising our children and being in our children's lives, etc. I could go on where we defeat people at. But again, guess what? Let them tell it. Let these wig-wearing divas, let these modern women tell it. Black men ain't shit. Let them tell it. Number 4, my kids. I know y'all hear it all day and all night. All day and all night we hear it from black women. My kids this, my kid that. Hey, check, get that troll out of here for me, please. Get that troll out of here. And let me know when y'all get him out of here, please. Get that troll out of here for me, man. Like I was saying, time in and time out, you hear from black women. Oh, I raised my kids on my own. These are my kids. They never say our kids. They never, bring a man into the play or the picture when it comes to the children, when it comes to the kids. They always say, my kids. Sweetheart, you carried that child. You carried that child. That's not your child. You carried the child. Okay? You carried the child, and that child is not only for you, ma'am. That child, as a matter of fact, that's the man's seed. That is the man's seed. And that seed grew inside your womb, yet it's your kids. Look at all women online when they go shopping, or when it's Thanksgiving right now and Christmas is coming up. And watch how many of these women, predominantly black women, put on the caption, me and my kids. See, these black women extract you of your number 1 resource, black man. That's called your child. That's called your semen. They take that semen, grow that child, put you on child support, and take full credit for how that child grows up. Not the detriment, not the negative, but the positive. Whenever it's something negative, whenever that kid becomes a street nigga or a street ninja or whatever, or does this and that's derogatory, guess what the narrative is? He get that from his daddy. I ain't raise him like that. But if he's a football player, if he's a basketball player, if he's a successful businessman and he went to college by himself too, by the way, with no help from the mama just fed him, but he worked hard, competent enough to do his own thing. Guess what mama gonna say? Oh, that's my baby. That's my kid. I raised him right. And that's the problem with you women. You think it's your kid. You don't even think that's God's child. These black women don't even think that the children belong to God. They think that these kids only belong to them. So that's a part of the 6 ways black women have driven black men away. You take the kid and you make it your property, and then you treat it like it's your property. And you treat the man like it's not his property. Therefore, when he tries to obtain some type of attention from his child, or whatever you want to call it, some type of visitation, you try to extract him even more out of his resources, because at the end of the day, guess what? It's your kids, my kids, right, ladies? It's your kids, right? Y'all need to cut it out, man. Y'all need to cut that, because that is destroying the black community at its height. Let's go to number 5. Yo mama black. This is one of the shaming tactics black women use on you guys so that you don't shame them. They can be as promiscuous as they want. They could be a 304. They can do anything they want. They could treat you like shit. And as soon as you call it out, yo mama black, because they think we've been taught in this black community that the black woman is God. She's a yoni goddess. She's the best. She's the greatest in the universe. She's number one, etc., etc. We've been taught that throughout the black community. Hell, my auntie told me, and I say this all the time. She told me a woman is wrong. I mean, a woman is right even when she's wrong. A woman is right even when she's wrong. How does that work out, man? How does that work out? And guys, I'm gonna tell you this cold cut truth, okay? Just because your mama is black does not mean your mama is correct. Just because your mama is black don't mean that your mama is right. Just because your mama black don't mean your mama righteous. Damn, chat, y'all ain't blocked that motherfucking troll. Just because your mama black does not mean your mama is righteous. Don't mean that she's a good person. Don't mean that she's it. Okay? Before I get on to that last one, let me read this. A few of the comments. XL Pro says, living my best life equals in these streets. 100%. When a woman says she living her best life, she's just living her worst life. I mean, you ever seen a kid go out in the dirt and have so much fun just playing with the mud, but he has to take a shower at the end of the day, or he might catch wingworms? Yeah, he might have had his best time, but we all know that something derogatory happened. He's living a dirty lifestyle and he shouldn't be doing what he's doing, or she shouldn't be doing what she's doing, because at the end of the day, you're going to leave mud in the house and you're going to have to take a shower. And we don't want you to end up with wingworms, because at that point, we're going to have to treat you. So, ladies, living your best life, I'm sorry, man, that does not necessarily mean something positive, all right? That does not necessarily mean something positive. Okay? Shout out to Aviative Views in the motherfucking building. Panel gonna be open soon, guys, but let me cook. He says, I am vegetarian. I don't eat meat, only plant-based foods and occasional fish. Okay, cool. The Bible speaks on that. That's what's up. Professor, when did it become popular in the white people? He also says there's a sex junkie in the chat. Y'all get these motherfuckers out of here, man. Get these sex junkies out. Oh, XL Pro, appreciate you. All right, boom. Say less. Aviative View, don't worry about it. Tonight, I'm going to be giving out my wrenches to my folks, all right? I've just been very busy. I've been working. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. But tonight, I'm going to make sure everybody got their wrenches. Everybody is on point. And also, I'm going to make sure I reach out to everybody anytime I'm doing a damn live, okay? Anytime. Bro Fesley says, I'm blue. That's all I hear. I got no wrench. Hey, Professor, like I said, I got you, all right? Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm on God. All y'all gonna get y'all wrenches, okay? Can't hit the bot. I got you. We got y'all, man. Hey, man, shout out to the chat, man. Realest chat in the motherfucking building. We are the righteous fear. We got y'all, man. We got y'all. XL Pro, I appreciate you. You know, XL Pro is a VIP in the building. He definitely got a wrench. He is the dean of the dean's office. So thank you so much, XL Pro, for getting that right. Back to the video. Yo, mama black. That's one of the shaming tactics that you do get, black man. You tell a black woman you too promiscuous. You tell a black woman you too strong and independent. You tell a black woman, why can't you cooperate with a black woman? Or a black man, I'm sorry. And you know what they tell you? Your mama black. Why are you shaming black women? Your mama black. And automatically you're supposed to, have a simp energy. But guess what? Mothers have put it in black children, black boys, that the mom is always right. So that's the reason why that's a shaming tactic, because your mama knows best, right? Mama always right. Black women always right. The black queen is always right. I'm here to tell y'all, no, she's not. Mama don't know best. I'm here to tell y'all that. And last but not least, let's get to this one right here. Who hurt you? Now, this is something that tons of racists say, but black women love to say this to black men. This is what drives us away, ladies. This is what drives us away. Now, let's take this. Let's go into deeper context of what this means. Who hurt you? You'll tell a black woman, black girls are too promiscuous, and I'm dealing with black girls be crazy with me, and every time I deal with another race, then I get a better vibe from this race, which is why I might become a passport bro, or which is why I might divest, or I might do this and I might do that. And guess what that black woman will tell you? Instead of understanding where you're coming from, instead of listening to you, she's going to ask who hurt you, not realizing that nothing but black women hurt them. Black women, when you ask a black man who hurt you, the answer is you did. You hurt him. You told him he wasn't good enough. You told him he was a scrub. You told him he wasn't shit. You told him he ain't got enough money. You told him his mama was black. You told him that his shoes was too dusty for you to for him to get your number. You told him y'all can be friends, but and he's going to find somebody in the future who's going to marry him, but you didn't want to do that, and you went to the derogatory people. But then 3, 4, 5 years later, when he got on his shit, that's when you wanted to deal with him. You hurt him, black woman. Stop asking the black man who hurt him. You the one who hurt him. And then you use it as a shaming tactic, like that's supposed to be funny. I'm going to bring it back to one of my analogies. If you're a teacher and one of your kids come to you crying and he's bleeding on his kneecap, you ask him, what's wrong? How did you get hurt? You don't laugh at his pain. You do not laugh at someone's pain when they are hurt. So when you got black women going around here saying, who hurt you? Because you are hurt, black man, because you went through a couple bullshit from your mama, from your aunties, and from black women. When you got them asking you who hurt you, that's them looking at your womb. That's them looking at your blood, and that's them looking at the Band-Aid and wanting to rip it off and tell you, fuck your feelings, fuck what happened to you. So don't take that term who hurt you lightly, guys. I don't want y'all to let these black women go around saying who hurt you and let them get away with it. When she says who hurt you, say the last word of that sentence. You did. Black woman, you hurt us. That's why we acting, and I ain't gonna say act, that's why we talking to you the way we talk to you. You have hurt us in a way that we don't want to deal with you. Not all of you, but most of you. And that's one of the main shaming tactics that you get out of black women today. Who hurt you? Black women, that is driving black men away. I know y'all don't care. I know y'all don't care. I should have made 7 ways black women drive black men away, because one of the things that they do say is, I don't give a fuck. Black women, one of their favorite words is, I don't give a fuck. Next time a black woman say who hurt you, you look her dead in the fucking face, or you look at your fucking keyboard and you type the letters Y-O-U. You hurt me, black woman. And if you can't acknowledge the shit that you did, and if you just want to sit there and shame me, then shame on you. Shout out to Good Bread in the building. I know what the fuck it is, man. Righteous Fear in the building. Righteous Fear in the building. Okay. Hit that like button like my brother said, because we about to get right on into this fucking host stage video. Hit the like button, guys. Mr. Goodbread says, we have the right to be bitter. Us men have been done wrong for over 80 years. Mr. Goodbread, we've been done wrong since the 1920s plus. For at least 100 years, black men have been told, step up. You ain't shit. Do this. Do that. Black men, fuck you. We ain't fucking with you. We're going to do our own thing. Black men have been taking the bullshit for at least 100 years. The 4th of July is celebrated because a couple men, not couple, but there were men on the front lines. Not black women. Black men were put on the front lines. Black men had to die for this country on Independence Day on the 4th of July back in 19-something. Not black women. Excel Pro says, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I'm on one today. That's code word for I do not know. It's a fact. Okay, you know what time it is, man. I'm on one today. I am on one today. And I'm not mad. I'm just passionate about what the hell going on. Aviator says facts. Good Bread says, we was helping our female cousins and sisters till this day. We care too much about them. Which is why when they say who hurt you, we literally don't. A lot of black men don't know how to respond to that. Deep down, they know they want to say you did, but they don't want to say that. They think, oh, now I got to be too strong. No, fuck all that. You strong enough. It's strong to tell that bitch that she the one that hurt you. And I ain't talking about the girl that you dated. I'm talking about black woman verbatim in general. I'm talking about your mama. I'm talking about your auntie. I'm talking about your sister. I'm talking about the black women who are strong and independent that don't care about black men, only care about themselves. They are waiting for black men to rise. I guarantee you today, if black men rose to a point that we literally didn't need these black women, we just, all of us are on point, then I guarantee you they wouldn't be as strong and independent as they claim they are. They wouldn't be asking who hurt you. They would be on our program. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Huh? Who hurt y'all? Who hurt you, chat? Who hurt y'all? Demons and wigs. Hurt them. We respect decent women. Yeah. Yeah. You know what time it is. You know what the fuck time it is, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, good Brett, keeping me on point, making sure my sound quality is where it need to be at. Let's get right on into this damn video, man. Let's get right on into this motherfucking video because we ain't got time to spare them. We don't got time to spare them. Hey, man, y'all check out Mr. Goodbread channel, by the way. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody drop that link inside the chat so I could put it on the screen. This morning, Mr. Goodbread had a great live, man. I listened to it through the whole live while I was at work. It was an epic live, man. Appreciate you for having that live, Mr. Goodbread. But what we're going to do without further ado, guys, we are going to get into another whole face video, okay? It's called My Whole Face Top 5 Tips I Learned. Okay? Top 5 tips that this bitch learned. Guys, I guess they claiming that they learn a lot in their whole stage. But when they hit the wall, it's evident that they ain't learned a goddamn thing. Dummies. Straight dummies, idiots, man. Let's get right on into this video. Hey, man, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell, and we are going to get right on into this video.
Baby, no ties are real. What is up, Nicole gang? It's Asian Nicole back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my whole face. Yeah, I never thought I would be sharing anything about my whole face. But you know, it's something that I feel like can help other people. So, you know, why not in life?
Ladies, like, stop having the whole face and thinking, you know what, I was too ashamed to speak up, but now that I'm ready to speak up, oh, I feel like it can help somebody. You know, stop trying to make it seem that's like me going to eat doo-doo, going to eat shit, going to do something derogatory and teaching somebody how to do that the right way. That's like me teaching you, hey, you know, I just ate some, you know, some maggots, or I just ate some dirt. Let me teach you how to do that. I ain't gonna want to listen to you at all. Y'all ladies, stop going through a whole phase and think that you can teach somebody. Only thing you can teach us is that you a hoe when you went through your whole stage. Stop trying to teach ladies how to go through their whole stage. Stop telling them, oh, you know, I went through my whole stage, so I feel like it's only right that I teach you because I went through this and went through that. What you're doing is you're enabling this for younger girls, and y'all try to sound sweet and sassy and nice. Ain't nothing nice about being a hoe. I'm talking getting your back blown out. I'm talking getting nutted in the face. I'm talking they pulling your weave out. I'm talking digging in your throat. Come on, man. Ain't nothing nice and sweet about that. And then going back home and not never seeing that guy ever again in your life. That's your whole phase, ladies. That's what they teach you. They teaching you that there's something positive about or something to learn. Yeah, it's something to learn, but Y'all get where I'm going with it, man. Y'all get exactly where I'm going with that.
that I feel like can help other people. So, why not enlighten younger girls on what not to do? Because it's not cute, it's not fun, none of that. So before we even hop into this video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you comment on this video. Also, if you like, you can share it with your friends. Also, make sure you follow all of my social media. That will be in the description box down below. So let's just hop into the video.
Yeah, get
The
to it,
first
bitch. Get
thing that
to
I
it.
learned from my whole phase was that sleeping with just anyone isn't cute nor fun. Now, with that little quote I did, I chose that because sleeping with just anyone just because you feel like it, or really for me, like my mental state.
Don't she just sound like every 304? Like they try to sound sweet, nice, sassy. You're gonna meet this girl today, and you like whoever did that done never met her before. They gonna meet the bitch, and they gonna be like, "Damn, I just met a girl. She sound nice. She sound sweet. I'm a vet this one." But this wig wearing diva who got Becky hair, yeah, you got caught. You got you. Let me bring up my list because we don't fuck off. Let me bring that list up. She matched number 8, guys. She matched number 8. Wig wearing divas unnatural. Okay, that's what she matched. She, God, we when you see these are toxic traits that modern black woman contain. If you see one out of these 8 traits, then you need to put a red flag up on the bitch you dealing with. You need to do that. Okay, you need to do that. And we looking at a wig wearing diva. And let me get back to the comment. She look say she looked like Tweety Bird. That nose is twisted. Look at it. One of her nostrils bigger than the other one. You see what I'm saying? She looked like she's gaining weight or some shit like that. Wig wearing diva. What she got blonde. What is that? Brunette, like brunette hair. This is a white woman's hair she's wearing on. You know what? We ain't gonna get too deep into that. We ain't gonna get too deep into that, but I just need y'all to understand the red flags that we see all day and all night.
Sleeping with just anyone just because you feel like it, or really for me, like my mental state, I wasn't in a good place, and a lot of people like didn't really know why I was acting out the way I was acting out, and I couldn't really speak about it because no one wants to hear that all the time. Oh, my daddy this. Oh, my daddy that.
You see how the first thing she did was blame her dad. People couldn't understand why she was acting out, which is to say that she was being a hoe and she didn't have no explanation and she just didn't feel like blaming her dad anymore. My daddy this and my daddy that. Not to, the mama never get blamed. Mama can do no wrong. Even as a black queen, mama. Oh no, what she say? Even as a crack fiend, mama. You always was a black queen, mama. Your mama could be a crack fiend and she ain't doing no wrong. Did you hear what this bitch said? She said that she got tired of having to explain her daddy this and her daddy that. Why you gotta blame the father? What father wants his daughter to be a hoe? Name which one wants that. Because I can't name it. Run it back for y'all.
Like my mental state, I wasn't in a good place, and a lot of people like didn't really know why I was acting out the way I was acting out, and I couldn't really speak about it because no one wants to hear that all the time. Oh, my daddy this. Oh, my daddy that. And a lot of people they just don't really know how to.
Even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. Nothing to say about the mama. Nothing to say. She can't do no wrong. That slave master cannot do any wrong. Ain't that right, Mr. Goodbread? Because this it's almost like the house Negro, Mr. Goodbread. The house Negro ain't gonna talk bad about the slave master. He just gonna want to sit in the house and eat the steak with the slave master. He gonna tell the slave master, who the fuck acting up on the field. But we ain't gonna get into too deep into that analogy.
help you in certain situations. So it's like you just do things out of character and it's not really healthy. And that's why I said sleeping with just anyone isn't cute nor fun because even though you think you're getting pleasure, at the end of the day when you go to sleep, you're just laying there in your bed and you're like, mm, I really did that today. And you like really get no type of pleasure from it.
Take huge notes, ladies. Take big notes. Men, you take notes too. These 304s don't know why they are 304s. They have sex and then go regret it 15 minutes after they had sex. 15 minutes later. Why do you think when you fucking around and have sex with a 304 and you want her out the fucking crib, she's trying her best to be like, oh well, let's talk, let's connect, let's cuddle, let's do this. She's trying to find some type of validation on why she did that with you. On New Year's, I met a chick at the club, and we had sex in her car, and the next day she hit me up, and she was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe what happened." I'm like, "What you talking about, sweetheart? I can't believe we had sex yesterday. I don't usually have sex with guys on the first night." First off, I didn't believe it, but second off, it's a woman's nature to not be a 304, but they continually do the thing. All right. It's like a crackhead keeps smoking crack and he gets worse, but he doesn't stop doing it. You keep running into a brick wall. Eventually, you're going to start bleeding. But these women, they're bleeding. These women are bleeding out the head and they keep running into the brick wall. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like you're like, mm, I really did that today. And you like really get no type of pleasure from it. Like you're literally just there, so to speak. Because I mean,
And I just want to put a quick side note. Men don't think like that. We don't fuck a bitch and be like, damn, what the fuck I just did? Like, I feel empty. It's like taking a damn piss. Post nut clarity is real, man. We catching up. We can go right back to the workhouse, catch a quick nut, and go right back to the workhouse and forget about you. We forgot your name. We forgot everything about you until we want to have sex with you again. We don't feel empty when we do this because we are leaders, and part of us leading in our innate nature is our penis because our penis has to lead inside of you. We have to dominate you. So our testosterone does not make us feel some type of way because we've relieved ourselves. We actually are relieved when we have sex. We actually feel better when we have sex. You guys start feeling worse unless you're with the man that you desire.
you just did it just to stop thinking about what you were thinking about at that time. Because like for me, I would go into like a really, really deep depression. And I mean that's something I still deal with, but it's gotten better, thank God. But that's something that was like really just that was one of my main things during my whole phase. Like my mental state just wasn't there. Like I didn't think at all during any of like during this time. I didn't use my brain for anything. Like I was just doing it.
And that, my friends, is what you call living your best life, ladies. You lived your best life, but you weren't thinking at all. You went through a whole stage not thinking, going through detriment, and you kept doing it, which is why I equated it, guys, to running into a brick wall. You run into that brick wall enough, you're going to start bleeding out your forehead and you might kill yourself. But guess what they do, family? They continue to run into the brick wall until they realize, oh shit, I'm bleeding. This is not good for me. That's when they say, oh, what was I doing? I don't know what the hell I was doing. Oh my God, like I was just so depressed. And I was like, come on, man, cut it out, ladies. It's about that time that we stop showing sympathy for all these women who are purposely doing what they do. And think about it, guys. They shame you by they tell you that, oh, women mature faster than men. Girls are smarter than boys. Girls know what they want before boys know what they want. But look at how dumb this one sounds. Look at how, and she sounds like every goddamn 304 that said it. Girls mature faster than boys. But you continue to do something that you don't want to do because you want a quick dopamine hit. Shout out to J-Lock in the building, man. Shout out to you, my boy, one of the VIPs. He says she got a Squidward nose. Hey, y'all get off her nose. Look, she keep running into the brick wall, guys. She ran into the brick wall 100 times. Now her nose crooked. Oh my God, bell pepper nose ad. No, man, it's more like a doorknob. Doorknob nose ad. Broken. You know one of them doorknobs from the rich people house, the one you got to grab the handle and turn it. That's what her nose look like. Living their truth, absolutely dumb shit. Living their truth, but you want the truth out of them all day, and they gonna tell you a lie. Yet they live their truth, right? Why can't I donate money on this chat? I'm not monetized, Professor, and I appreciate you for even saying that. If you look at the bottom scroll, Professor, where you can donate, and for anybody who does want to support the channel and donate, something I don't beg for, but I appreciate the donations. Look at the bottom where it says, send donations to Cash App, Mr. OKL. That's where you send donations to. Please write a comment in there. Let me know who you are, so that I can give you your due diligence when you do donate, because it's much appreciated. But it's not something that we push. The main thing is to give y'all this life that we spitting out here. Mr. Goodbread says they love trading their future for their present, then realize in the future they done ran out of time. Apps 100%, which is why they say, "Oh my God, I was so depressed and I was so stupid, and it was pointless and meaningless to do that." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man. We know what time it is, dog. We know what time it is. She's wearing a hair hat. Absolutely. She's wearing a brunette hair hat. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hey, Professor, don't even worry about it, man. Guys, we gonna have all platforms from Zelle, Chime, PayPal, Cash App, and we're gonna get a new page monetized. All right. I got a new page that I'm working on, guys. Thank you, Professor. You done let me spill my secret. I got a whole new page that I'm going to launch. The official OK Let's Talk TV page is going to be launched, and that's the page where the donations are going to be definitely more abundant. But like I said, man, you commenting, you chatting, you hitting the like button, and you being here is much more than a donation for me. I appreciate you for even wasting your time. And I call it wasting because you could be doing anything else besides being here. And I don't even want to call it wasting. I appreciate you for utilizing your time to be on OK Let's Talk TV. That in itself is a donation, and you've done your job already, Professor. I appreciate you. All right. Appreciate you for that. That's right. That's right. So let's get back into the video, man. I bet they use this girl for her mouth and neck. Man, 100% good, bro. She looked like one of the top 304s that every day she wondered why she sucked somebody's penis. Damn, why did I suck his dick? And then tomorrow you did the same fucking dumb shit again.
One thing can you all during during this time, I didn't use my brain for anything. Like, I was just doing it. One thinking, let's just do this, get out the way, Next thing that I learned from my whole phase, that you're creating soul ties by giving your body away. And a lot of people, like, they laugh when they hear this. Like, I don't know why, but a lot of people, like, they laugh because they're like, "What? Soul ties aren't real. You're just making that up." Baby, soul ties are real. And
now let's get into the science of it. All right. See, men, we are testosterone based, where women are estrogen based, right? If I'm not mistaken. So you guys release a chemical that attracts you to the man that you're having sex with. I don't care if he's a bum. I don't care if he's a millionaire. If you letting him poke you, then that's where that quote unquote soul tie comes in at. It's in your innate nature to be attracted to the guy who you allow to poke you, which is why you have a hypergamous nature, which is why you have to pre-approve him before he even has sex with you. And if you're so low that you don't pre-approve the guy, that's why we call you whores. That's why we call you promiscuous. That's why we call you thoughts in 304s. That's why we call you a dummy if you're going against your nature and allowing just anybody inside of you. That's why we call you that. Let's not complicate the common sense. We're going to translate the woman needs for her.
soul ties by giving your body away. And a lot of people, like, they laugh when they hear this. Like, I don't know why, but a lot of people, like, they laugh because they're like, what? Soul ties aren't real. You're just making that up. Baby, soul ties are real. And a lot of people, they don't really think before they do, just like me. I didn't think before I did it. And I created a lot of, well,
I need y'all to know one thing. Don't let these motherfucking bitches lie to y'all and tell you that she didn't think before she did it, because she thought to not deal with your ass because you ain't have enough money, because you weren't able to take her out, because you ain't have a car, because you didn't have a good enough job, because you didn't have tattoos, because you didn't have the gold chains and the necklaces, because you ain't have the fresh cut, because every day you didn't have the swag that all she yeah, she did think about it, guys. Don't let them fool you. We are the ones that usually don't think about it when we want to fuck something. Right now, we got men in the chat right now that'll tell us, I won't fuck a fat bitch. But let opportunity come. 9 times out of 10, they might fuck around and fuck that fat bitch because they're not thinking about it. Because we think with our dicks, because we can take a piss the same way we have sex. These women think about it before they do it. So when these women become 304s, it's almost like your first time hitting a lick when you jumping off the porch, or when you first break inside of a house. That adrenaline rush, you know you're doing something wrong, but you found it in yourself to go ahead and move forward with that act. Don't let these 304s sound nice, try to look sweet, and try to be kind. Don't let them do that, because anybody who let somebody drill their throat, pound them from the back, I don't know what's nice about your nature, man. I don't know what's so nice about you when somebody's drilling you from the back.
really think before they do, just like me. I didn't think before I did it. And I created a lot of, well, I didn't create a lot of soul ties, but just the few that I did is kind of like you have like this attachment to this person like forever. But for me, what I had to do was like I had to go to that person and like really just like sit down and like, well, not sit down, but we talked about it. And I the thing that made me realize I had grew was I had went to every single person that I had ever did anything with, and I literally told them why I did what I did. And a lot of, like, most of them, they were really understanding, and it kind of made like it lifted up.
So let me get this straight. You was a hoe. You went through a hoe stage, and you went to each one of them niggas you were a hoe for, and you said, "Look, the reason why I let you have sex with me and I let you drill my throat, and I passed off these nice guys, and I went to you, was because this, sweetheart. Half of them ain't talking to you. Half of them you don't know. She don't let her fool you, guys. A whole stage consists of a man putting penis in a woman and never talking to her again. It happens 99% of the time. Don't let this 304 lie to you and tell you that she went to her ex. I said ex is my bad. She went to the dudes that was drilling her, and she told them, hey, this is the reason why I let you fuck me. Cut it out, ma'am. Cut it out.
I had went to every single person that I had ever did anything with, and I literally told them why I did what I did. And a lot of, like, most of them, they were really understanding, and it kind of made like it lifted a big weight off my shoulders because, for one, like, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I really didn't care. because
Bingo. We got the answers. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't care I knew exactly what I was doing, but I didn't care. So she just contradicted herself. I told y'all, they know what the fuck they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, but they just don't care because it's a momentary thing. And I want to read what Mr. Goodbread says because it's very significant. He says, it's the power they can't handle. They want to be us, but their nature can't take it 100%. They try to be promiscuous. They try to go around and have quote unquote multiple men, multiple people. They try to do that, but their body tells them otherwise. Like, what are you doing to me? You're fucking me up. It's almost like driving a car without getting an oil change, without putting gas in it, without doing anything. Matter of fact, you put gas in it, but you don't do anything else with the car. You don't check the brakes. You see the engine light on, but you don't give a fuck. You know you need an oil change. You looking at the meter and it says, hey, you haven't had an oil change in a month and a half, 2 months, 3, 4, 5 months. You looking at all that, but you don't care. And then when the car breaks down, now you're blaming the world. You're saying that it's because you were depressed. When the car breaks down, you say it's because you were trying to find yourself. When the car breaks down, it's because you were trying to live your best life. How the fuck you gonna live your best life when your engine is fucked up? Did y'all catch that analogy? Shout out to the Art of Will. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for joining the Dean's office. You are tuned into OK Let's Talk TV. For those of you who have not done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell because Mr. OKL is not done. We are not done yet. Yeah, you in the building, man. We fuck with you, Art of Will. We fuck with everybody who jumps on the panel and shows everybody love. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get back into the video.
a lot of, like, most of them, they were really understanding. And it kind of made, like, it lifted a big weight off my shoulders because, for one, like, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I really didn't care because of how I was, and I was just broken on the inside and I didn't know how to deal with it. But thank God he came and saved me because ooh, child. But yeah, like, that's how I knew I had grown because, normally when you go through something, it's just, oh, I'll just get through it. But the main thing that really helped me, just knowing that I'm not by myself and I'm not the only person that's going through this. Like, it's so many other girls who don't have their father in their lives.
You see that, right? You see that. It's so many girls who don't have their fathers in their lives, and that does speak volumes. So if you understand that, why go through that stage? Seek help, seek therapy. And I say this time in and time out. Fathers keep daughters off stripping poles and they keep sons out the streets. We say this to the black woman all the time. We say this to the modern woman all the time. The lack of fatherhood is one of the main reasons why a lot of children, let alone these women, are running around here doing detrimental things. 70 to 80% of black women they have children born out of wedlock, no father in the household. And this 304 just let you know that the fact that she didn't have her father in her life, she was depressed. She didn't know what to do. She didn't care. She had no guidance. So she just became a 304 doing what she wanted to do. You damn right she's speaking truth, Arthur Will. She's speaking truth, but it's too late for her. And they wait till it's too late. That's almost like a prisoner, a gangbanger who done killed 30 people. And now all of a sudden he becomes Muslim after 2 years in prison. And he's supposed to be your spiritual guide or your spiritual teacher. I get where you're coming from, my man, but it's too late.
It's only thing. It's just, oh, I'll just get through it. But the main thing that really helped me, just knowing that I'm not by myself and I'm not the only person that's going through this. Like, it's so many other girls who don't have their father in their lives. Also, if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go watch it. The next thing that I learned
No.
from my whole phase is you're worth more than you think. For me, like I really just felt like I was worthless. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt a lot of emotion during this time. Now that I really think about it, I was going through a lot. Wow.
But you said daddy went in your life. That means mama was in your life. I could have sworn that mama knows best. I could have sworn that mama gives you the most life. I could have sworn that when you got your mama in your life, then mama is going to raise you the best. It's like they tell you their pain. They let you know that they go through all the detriment through their host stage, and once they're done, they play this sassy, dumb music. They wear the dumb Becky wigs. They try to smile and act sweet and talk soft, not realizing that we're looking at you for the scumbags that you are. You have become a scumbag, ma'am. And no, I'm not going to give you ladies a pass. I'm not giving y'all a pass. Going on hot girl summer and being a promiscuous thought is not a poison. It's a choice. You guys are choosing to go do these things, like she said, because you don't care. You weren't really depressed. You just didn't care. And part of your depression is part of your confusion. What do I mean by that, guys? These bitches be confused. They be like, oh, I want to find myself. I want to live my best life. I just want to do, do what you do. You got to grow and you got to learn yourself. And then when they learn themselves, they say, oh, I was just depressed. I didn't have my daddy in my life. I made bad decisions. But I could have sworn you was trying to live your best life. No, ma'am, you just didn't care. You just didn't give a fuck. That's really what it was. Shout out to Stephen Teague in the building and Supreme 10. We got the guys in the building, man. We got the righteous fear in the motherfucking building, man. If y'all haven't done so, hit that goddamn like button for the kid, man. Do that for me. Hit that like button. It don't hurt. All you got to do is just go to the little thumbs up thing, just click it one time. That's all you got to do.
Thing that I learned from my whole phase is you're worth more than you think. For me, like I really just felt like I was worthless. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt a lot of emotion during this time. Now that I really think about it, I was going through a lot. Wow. Like
You couldn't have said it any better. The art of will could not have said that any better. That is a bomb point. She is not a victim. She's a volunteer. She's not a victim, guys. She's a volunteer. These 304 are volunteering to be 304s and they opt out, don't want to be that anymore, but they keep the same nature. They take a few things from it because it's in a woman's innate nature, it's in a human's innate nature to grow and take things with him or her. And one of the things that women are taking with them today is 304 nature, which is why they don't have any shame raising their daughters as 304s. Show a little skin. Oh, letting little girls wear booty shorts around the house, all types of crap. They allow these girls to do this shit because they take that 304 nature with them. They don't realize how horrible it is for their mind. They don't understand how detrimental it is for society. Okay? Righteous feel in the motherfucking building. Well, yeah.
I felt like I didn't belong. I felt a lot of emotion during this time. Now that I really think about it, I was going through a lot. Wow. Like I felt just completely worthless, and like I said earlier, like I really didn't care what I was doing with my body. So it's like I was really just throwing it away, and I was like, girl, what are you doing? And the thing that made me realize my worth was at church one day, and my pastor, he was preaching about, I think, worth, I want to say. Well, it was something on the lines of like knowing your worth. And it's crazy how anytime you go to church and the pastor they preach about something similar to what you're going through, and I'll be like, how do they know that?
Dummy, they don't know shit. They just saying good words. I swear, I on God, some of the biggest 304s are in the church. Hell, I had a 304 whose whose her father was the pastor of the church that I went to when I was younger, and she tried to get me to go in the bathroom, the back room, to have sex with her. And out of her mouth, she said, "I know a spot where nobody goes. Because it's her dad's church. I know a spot where no one goes. Blah blah blah. We can go back there and we can do our thing." I didn't do it. These sweet nothings that these pastors tell these 304s, see, they don't understand. There's an order to it. You got God, you got Christ, God over Christ, Christ over man, man over women, women over children. Your man is to teach you and tell you the words of prosperity, not your pastor, because that pastor is the same as those guys who told you sweet nothings that you allowed to have sex with you and destroy and disrupt your purity. Oh yeah, them church girls, they be the biggest 304s, guys. Stay away from them too. Not all of them, but most of them. Stay away from the church girl. She better be a virgin and she better have a family that's really serious about Christ. She better know and actually submit to the commandments as opposed to just listening to good, sweet nothings. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. They don't read what's before that. They don't read what's after that. They just read that and they say, oh, you know what? God got me. I'm good. The pastor tell him that, oh shit, this I can relate this to my life. Sis, you're telling yourself the same dumb nothings that you told yourself when you allowed those men inside your world.
One day, and my pastor, he was preaching about, I think, worth, I want to say. Well, it was something on the lines of like knowing your worth. And it's crazy how anytime you go to church and the pastor they preach about something similar to what you're going through, and I'll be like, how do they know that? But it's just, it's just refreshing to know that you can have somewhere to go, and you just you're just this, it's like a weight lifting up off your shoulders, if I would say so. But yeah, you're worth more than you think, because I know I feel just completely worthless, and I don't know if you guys ever feel like that, but I feel like that the entire time. Like when I was just like laying there and just doing what I was doing, I wasn't getting any type of satisfaction from it. I wasn't, no.
So what made you keep doing it then? Why did you keep laying on your damn back and letting people put rod in you if you knew for a fact you weren't getting no self-satisfaction, no self-worth, and you understood that it was an emptiness inside of you from continually doing it? What made you do that? Stop blaming the world. Let's get to the core of why y'all do that. Shout out to Chris G and the fucking building. The righteous fear is lit. The righteous fear is lit. Yes, sir.
But I feel like that the entire time. Like when I was just like laying there and just doing what I was doing, I wasn't getting any type of satisfaction from it. I wasn't, no. The next thing I learned from my whole phase is don't feel bad about your mistakes, just learn from them. And of course, I'm not saying like don't feel bad as in,
You just said don't feel bad. You see how they contradict their motherfucking self. They always backtrack. Ma'am, feel bad about being a hoe. I'm gonna tell you that today. Yes, feel bad about it. Don't go around getting mad at men because they shame women for being 304s. And I'm not talking about the whore makers and the pookies that y'all pick. I'm talking about the men who are competent that y'all overpass. Yes, you should feel bad that you a hoe. Just like a man is a bum, he should feel bad he's a bum. He should feel bad that he's broke and he's not working to change his situation. A man should feel bad that he can't provide for himself, let alone a family, and he wants to have the best out of life. He should feel bad. So you should feel bad just as well, ma'am. When you are 304, you know that you were empty inside and you allowed men inside of your world for no reason other than selfishness and emptiness. You should feel bad. Stop coping with negativity. Only pigs cope with shit and doo-doo and eat garbage. We don't cope. Only animals run in the dirt. We don't walk in the dirt and think it's something nice.
From don't feel bad about your mistakes, just learn from them. And of course, I'm not saying like don't feel bad as in just go out and do it again. No, what I'm saying is don't feel bad about it for like weeks or months or years. Like pray about it, repent, and move on. If no one else if no one else has moved on, you move on. Because that's the thing that gets you through. Even though it seems like people always bring it back up to you or they be like, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. I'm not the same person anymore. So you can't use that against me. Like that's the old me. You don't
Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. A man is judged by his future. So what he has and what you see ahead of him is what. So let's say you got a man and he barely can pay his bills and he's working a 9 to 5 and he barely goes to work. And whenever he gets called in, he's like, no, I don't feel like coming today. You're not going to want to deal with that guy. But if it's a competent guy, you're going to want to deal with him because you see the future out of that. See, we look at a woman's past. So whatever your past was like, that's what's going to determine what you're picked like. It's almost like a mango tree. Like I said, man, you have a limited time, ladies. We not. I don't. Let's say you a mango that hung on a tree and nobody touched you. Eventually, that mango will dry out and it will turn black, and nobody's going to want to pick that fruit, which is what you ladies are represented as. So yes, your past does matter. And yes, you are the same person. You just probably don't, engage in the same activities. Now, I do agree with her. Don't dwell on it, ladies. Don't dwell on the fact that you were a 304. Your solution is to stop being a 304, find God, and do the right thing. Go the right way. That's your solution. But keep in mind, you will always have that stain inside of you. Ain't no turning around from being a 304. I promise you that. The best you can do is hide it. That's the best you can do.
know this right here is the new me. That's the old me. And a lot of people they don't really, I guess they don't really
And don't get it twisted, man. Ladies will go back to the old them in a heartbeat. When a woman builds a certain nature, she will go back to the old her in a heartbeat. So all this new me crap, no. We need you ladies to be raised as ready and available wives. That way, in the future, we don't have to say, damn, I hope she's this way. We already knew the old her was a wife. So who she is now is a wife. There ain't no new you. Who you are, who you were, is who you is today. That's it. Let's stop the bull crap today.
you or they be like, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. I'm not the same person anymore. So you can't use that against me. Like that's the old me. You know, this right here is the new me. That's the old me. And a lot of people they don't really, I guess they don't really click with that. So that's why you just have to tune out the negativity and just tune in like the positive things that you've done. Like you're not doing it anymore. You've gotten closer to God. Like it's just like you've moved on from it. Like, just don't feel bad about it because God, God still loves you the same way. Like, it's no different. Like, because for me, I'm gonna say that for the next one because I was gonna like go all the way in, but yeah, like don't feel bad about it. Like you can feel bad about it in that moment, but once it's over with, you pray, you repent, and you ask God to forgive you, and then you move on. Like there's nothing else you can do. It's over with. So, and the last thing that I learned from my whole phase was God still loves you the same way. For me, that was the main thing like I had to come to terms with because I was like, I feel like God don't love me anymore. Like I feel like he just threw me away. He's not he doesn't care about me anymore. You know, all of that. And that was really nothing but the devil because I really had to like just sit down and just detox my whole mindset, body, spirit, everything. When I say I had to go through a real detox, like
You went through a detox, all right. After going through a lot of D, she had to go through a detox. Detoxic. Guys, don't let these ladies fool you because they are new and I'm changed. That's the old me. This is the new me. Ain't no new you, ma'am. Them building blocks that were created, the only thing you did was add a layers to them building blocks. All right. That's all you did, ma'am. You're not fooling us. You're the same 304. You just regret your decisions. That's it. That's simply it. She just regret letting those men smash. If she was a 304 and benefited from them men, she would be talking different, which is why a lot of 304s today talk different when they benefit fucking the top guys and the high value men and getting free dates and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Goodbread called it out. This was a cheap thought. This was a hoe that you just bring some weed. You probably didn't even have to bring no weed or nothing, man. She probably just let everybody fucking fuck. She probably just let everybody have sex with her. I mean, she said it best. She used to lay on her back and just allow everybody to fuck her. And she just looked up there like, why am I doing this? She one of them bitches that didn't say no. You tell her, oh, let's go down the stairs real quick. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? She gonna suck you off in the stairs at school. That's what 304 this was because she didn't know how to say no. She just let it happen. Even though she didn't like the feeling, she still went through with it. Don't let them fool you. I don't need y'all to do that today.
I really had to like just sit down and just detox my whole mindset, body, spirit, everything. When I say I had to go through a real detox, like God was truly on my side through that entire process. God will never forsake you, ever. So don't think just because you did this or you're still going through your whole phase that God doesn't love you.
See, this is why First Timothy chapter 2 and 12 says, I suffer a woman not to teach, but to learn in silence. Because she just lied to you. She's giving you false advice. You're leading people to a burning bush. You have to repent for your wrongdoing and turn from your ways and accept Christ if we want to go there. You don't just, she just told the 304 that are still going through their whole phase, no, God still loves you. Don't think God doesn't love you. No, God don't love sinners. Or God don't love sin. God loves everyone, but God don't love your sin. God don't know you if you sinning and you not willing to repent. God don't know you if you're not willing to turn the other way. God don't know you. If you keep doing the bullshit and you think God is looking at you like it's on point, you're tripping. Yes, you if you're a 304, God don't find favor in you. God does not find favor in you if you a hoe. Fuck is these bitches thinking, man?
Ever. So don't think just because you did this or you're still going through your whole phase that God doesn't love you. I mean, yeah, he's disappointed, of course. Like, everyone is disappointed. Like, everyone will be disappointed in you when you're doing this because no one really knows why you're doing it but you. And then it's really, really hard to try to explain it to people because they're like, oh, I don't care. Oh, this.
But you explained to us that you don't know why you were doing it. Of course, it's hard to explain because you're delusional. You don't know why you're doing it. Women don't know why they are 304s. Not all the time. They don't be knowing. They just do it. They just end up just having sex and having sex and having sex. Next thing you know, I'm a 304. And then they take on a mind state like, you know what? I can do this. Like, I should be able to have sex. And then they become a sophisticated, smarter 304. But they ultimately kind of don't know why they do the shit. They just do it and they disguise it as calling it living my best life, this and that. But like she said, they go back home, put that Merlot in they fucking wine, get in a bubble bath and they fucking cry their eyes out because they don't know why they live in the dumb life that they're living. Think, imagine you getting smashed from the back 5 times a month or more by 5 different dudes. 3 times a month by three different. You got to think about 3 different dudes, 4, 5 different dudes in the past 3, 4 weeks that hit you from the back, slap that ass, grabbed you by your neck, and all that. How that's not fun. That is traumatizing, young lady. That's why women don't want to talk about their promiscuity because them being a 304, they are being dominated. They are being dominated. So imagine a woman that has to sit down every day and think about how many men dominated her. It doesn't give her a good connotation. Whereas a man, when we dominate multiple women, we find a little bit more confidence. Other men look up to us. We're not frowned upon. It's not complicated, guys.
I mean, yeah, he's disappointed, of course. Like, everyone is disappointed. Like, everyone will be disappointed in you when you're doing this because no one really knows why you're doing it but you. And then it's really, really hard to try to explain it to people because they're like, oh, I don't care. Oh, this and that. But only you and God know why you're really doing this. And that's how I had to look at it. Like, only me and God really know why I'm doing all of this. Like, a lot of people, I can tell them, but they won't understand. So, I mean, I hope you guys learned something from those 5 tips. And I know this is like a very, very kind of like awkward situation or like awkward video. For me, it is, I would say, because I never.
Y'all know me. I don't let them close out because they start saying stupid ass shit when they fucking close out. We didn't learn anything but the fact that girls, we still didn't learn anything yet. This is whole stage part 5, and we still don't know why y'all hoes are hoes. And y'all always regret it. Each one of y'all say the same shit. And I don't really want to call it a hoe face. And I just never really wanted, like, y'all say the same dumb shit. Each one of y'all. Okay, let's talk TV. That's what you tuned in by way of okay, let's talk about it on YouTube. We do have the link up, guys. The StreamYard link, man. Y'all join the chat. I know AVS, you wanted to come up and say a few things. Professor, you my boy, man. Y'all boys jump on the live real quick, man, because I want to hear from some of y'all. And I want to see what y'all thoughts were watching this video and listening to this 304. I want to hear some of y'all thoughts when it comes to the list that I had. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna skim through them real quick while you guys are coming up. Okay, so the first one right here is and again, 6 ways black women drive black men away. I don't need a man. Okay, I know you heard that before. I'm just living my best life. Y'all heard that 100% of the time. Black men ain't shit. Need I say more? My kids, which is to say that these women think that these children belong to them and them only. Okay, we looking at your mama black. This is a shaming tactic that they use against you when you try to tell them what they are about, and the things that you don't like about them, and last but not least, who hurt you. So, guys, we got Professor in the goddamn building. We got Aviator Fuse in the building. How y'all boys
Yeah,
doing, man?
yes,
You looking
sir. Yes,
classy.
sir. Oh, Professor looking super classy
Okay,
in
then
this
you came on. You came stepping today. All right, I
Yeah,
like
like
it.
I say, let's
Hold on, Aviator. Hold on. Let Professor. It's only right we let him go ahead and talk real quick, man. He looking way too classy
talk
right
your
now,
talk, Professor.
Like $1,000,000, man. What are you gonna do?
man. What are you thinking, man? What's your thoughts on this video? You know what? Let's switch back to Aviator real quick. Aviator, what's your thoughts, man? Give us
Oh,
what you thinking about when it comes to this 304 that we just heard. What you thinking about, man?
man, I think that this 304 is deviating from her responsibility. She's running from her responsibility. I can tell that she's been irresponsible. She's been immature
Yep.
all her whole life, and she's just accepting her immaturity. I can tell that she has not progressed any more whatsoever. She has made no progression, because if she has made any progression, she would admit her mistake. That's how you grow. But
That's a good point.
these women, you got to know that they're never accountable, and this is a problem. She shows that she accepts the fact that she's been a 304, and she accept that reality, and she embrace it. How can you embrace your being a 304? And how can you even say that I'm not a 304 anymore, but you still embrace that you've been a 304?
You know
It
what I'm
doesn't make
saying?
sense.
It don't
Because
make sense.
she could play victim and victor at the same time. Because now,
Mm.
guys, I don't know if you are aware of this, but I brought it up a couple times in the chat. Mr. Goodbread could explain this probably better than me, but from what I've gathered, and this is just terminology, that Sky Daddy is actually not God. It's more of those New Age churches that tell these 304s, then when they smack dab into the fucking 304 wall at 30 years old and nobody wants them anymore, nobody takes them seriously because they got 4 kids and 4 different fucking baby daddies. And no one wants to fucking deal with their shitty attitudes, and they smell fucking bad.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That's true. That's
I forgot to
true.
mention that.
That's true.
You
I
got
never understand that.
And listen, it goes across the board. It's across the board. It's not just black women. It's all women, Latinas. I'll tell you something. The funkiest pussy I ever smelled was probably from the Philippines. That's all I got on that.
Mm-hmm.
However, for this poor girl here, because she didn't grow up with any father figure, because probably her mother was a government daddy, they call it hijo de gobierno, which means the child of the government. So people who presume that they're getting over on the government when the government's getting over on them. You know what I'm saying? So they're literally giving them tip money every month, and they're looking at it as a win. And that's the kind of mentality they grew up those boys in. And those boys married or banged up girls like this over and over and over again. They're all I'm gonna lie to you. I love telling girls a disclaimer when I meet them. First, let me tell you right off the bat that everything I'm about to tell you in the next hour is going to be a fucking lie. It's a script. It's completely made up. None of it is true. So if there's anything you don't like, I'm just going to let you know in advance. It's not true. And it's all part of a script that I'm working on for a movie. And it works every fucking time. Because I can go in and they don't know if I'm joking, if I'm serious. I don't give a fuck because I don't take them seriously.
I wouldn't take them serious. I don't think men should take modern women too serious. I think you should put your purpose first. I actually think you should put women third.
Now we can see that. Now we can see that with no filters and no one telling us, hey, don't talk to him because he's got blue eyes and blonde hair. No one's telling me, don't talk to those curly haired guys. And you know what? It's the first time in my life that I've actually been able to identify clearly the enemy. The enemy has been showing himself to us through the spirit of Lilith. And the spirit of Lilith is that rebellious spirit towards the man, the husband.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm gonna
And
shut the fuck up
I
now
love
because the
that point.
article just showed up.
I love that.
What
I
the
love that.
heck?
That's a point. That's a bomb point. We got the Art of Will in the building. How you
God
doing, man?
damn.
Welcome.
My favorite
Dean's-
passport, bro.
Hey, Art of Will. Welcome to the Dean's office. Welcome to Mr. Okay, Let's Talk TV. How you doing today, man?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on this wonderful special holiday. I know some people may disagree on it, but hey, I still like my turkey. I still like both the pumpkin pie and pecan pie.
That's
And once in a while, I do eat sweet potato pie, but only on Christmas.
right.
I don't do it for Thanksgiving. I don't know why.
Man, happy Turkey Day, man. We're gonna turn it to something positive, of course. Art of Will, I want to get some of your insight. What do you think about this young 304 that we just seen? Obviously, you seen a few of the things that she said. What did you get out of it? Give us your thoughts.
I just think that she's trying to channel in the soft girl era to get sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say the word sympathy, I mean that spelled with an I and not a Y.
Hey, the righteous feel dropping bombs tonight. Say that again.
Yeah, I think she's trying to channel this, this trend of. Thanks for zooming in. I got it now. I can adjust my necklace there. Yeah, that she's trying to use, because right now I heard that right now it's we're heading into cuffing season, and this is the soft girl era after the hot girl summer, or some even call it the white boy summer. So she's using this to garner sympathy, spelled with an I, from both. I don't know what audience she has. What's up?
No, I was just spelling it for him in case they didn't understand the simp part that he was talking about. Go ahead.
The simp part of sympathy, and like I said, that's where I think the word sympathy comes from. Is it comes from a bunch of simps. And the thing that I typed in your chat earlier is that forgiveness does not come without accountability. They have to go hand in hand. If you don't take accountability for what you do, forgiveness comes with accountability.
That's heavy. That's very heavy.
You don't just show up at church, dress nice, smell. You don't just show up at church and say, "Ta-da! I'm here, so I'm redeemed."
Right.
I'm gonna dance and clap and wear a spaceship on my fucking head.
Right. And I know
they got to prove themselves.
Evil has proved itself. Evil has been showing itself to be real, and I know. Because when the leadership of the fucking world is all evil, has turned out to do some diabolical, bad shit to us in the last couple of years, and lied to us the whole time the whole world was on lockdown. Don't think for a fucking second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That pandemic brought out true colors.
Yeah, it showed people's true color, man. For real. Because Professor, you muted your mic.
God, this is what.
No, okay, it's good. It's good now.
Let me bring something up, and I'm gonna have each one of y'all chime in.
Yes,
I'm gonna bring it on the screen. I want to get into this. Y'all can see that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who hurt you? That's a popular term that modern women use as a shaming tactic towards men, and I want to dig deep into that psychology or that.
Dynamic. Can I start first? Okay, you guys don't have no problem.
Well, let me segue real quick. Let me segue. All right, let me segue. So the term "who hurt you," they use it to shame men, and I would argue, that I don't think it's wrong for men to let women know who actually hurt them. I mean, most women did hurt men, so that's why men move a certain way. What's wrong with that? Is there an issue with the fact that some of you actually, and then I want to flip it, because most women would tell you that, the reason why I'm putting these standards on you is because of my past trauma, the things that I've went through. I've had a lot of situations that were bad. I've dealt with a lot of toxic masculinity, and a lot of men did me dirty. So my past trauma, this and that. So wouldn't that define someone hurting you and you reacting in that certain way? I find it hypocritical that most modern women ask men who hurt you when in fact they understand how that feels, because they go around screaming that the reason why they act the way they do is because in fact they have been hurt. What are your guys' thoughts on that when it comes to that term? And Aviator, you asked to start
That's
first.
a
Let me
lot
go
to
ahead and give you.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
mute. It's a lot to unpack, so I'm gonna mute up.
Yes. Okay. The fact is, like, these girls, they are reflecting their life. They are reflecting the regrets that the regret that they have for the way that they're living. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you might say that this woman is a 304. You know, she's having parties, she's studying it up, but she doesn't think about the future, you know? And you might like talk about the 304s, but you're not generalizing that she's a 304. You might be a YouTuber right now, you're talking about 304, but you're not generalizing. But all of a sudden, a 304 comes in and she feels offended, but you're not saying that every woman is a 304, which proves that she is a 304, and she's reflecting her own issues and her own trauma. But the factor of all is that they accept this trauma, they want to live through this trauma. It's proven. They have, you can go to social media, you can go to everything, and they will tell you that they love the hassles, they love the Chad, the Tyrone that piss on them, that doesn't give a fuck about them, that doesn't care about them. And the good men, they know these women. Let me tell you, these women know the difference between a good man and a bad and a hassle. They know the difference. That's why I always say, for me, there's no sort there's no sort things as like female trauma, unless you've been beaten, you've been abused as a child. That female don't live through men's trauma unless they've been hit, they've been, domestically abused. This doesn't exist, because these females, these modern women know the difference between a good dude and a bad dude. But
They
they chose
absolutely.
but they chose to pick the bad one because of the roller coaster, because of the emotional roller coaster that they
That-
get, the feeling that they get from this
exactly.
group.
That
You
that
know,
being said, exactly. Great points. Great points, Aviator. That being said, I want to pass the mic. Shout out to Stephen T in the motherfucking building, by the way. What's going
Stephen
on,
T.
brother?
What up? What up?
How
You can
y'all
hear me,
doing,
bro?
fellas?
Oh yes, sir. How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing?
Good,
Happy
good.
Turkey Day.
Hey, the art of will. I seen you on another channel checking some BMT, man. I seen it. She cut you off and everything. I seen it. Actually, I'm sitting here, man. I'm gonna tell you, my name's Stephen Ty, bro. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to
I
meet you
seen
too.
you.
Yeah, the
But
hard
yeah,
Speaking of that,
celebrity.
let me break
speaking
down
of that,
something real quick
hold on,
about
real
the
quick. Hold
topic
on,
who hurt
Steven.
me.
Hold on, real quick,
First, I'm gonna
Steven.
say this. I
Steve.
come from the
Hold
city
on,
of Pontiac, Michigan.
Steve.
People will
Hold on,
say
Steve.
Metro.
Hold on, family. Hold on. I got you, bro. I got you. Give me a second though. I want to hear from the Art of Will. Who hurt you?
Mm.
Let's
You know what
talk
it
about
feels?
that.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what it feels like? It feels like a born again virgin. It feels like that she holds out on you after getting hurt from giving it up in the past. That's what it feels like when a Western slow, because it's what most of them are, is when they use this knee jerk talking point, or what they call it sign language of who hurt you.
Well, and simply put. I agree with you 100%. And it's the jerking. I want to go to Professor. He wanted to break something down. You got the floor, good Professor. Who hurt you? These are the shaming tactics that we always get from women, especially when we have masculine talking points. Go ahead, let us know what you're thinking, brother.
Well, what she's doing is basically it's a passive aggressive move in order to shift blame of her own liabilities, which has been her choices, and the results of those choices, which has been a kid, abandonment by dozens of men. She led with their pussy, guys led with their wallets. She tried to equate the two as love. And the whole thing is about self-shaming. Really, she's trying to justify this. She's trying to justify this. It just comes down to one thing. And ego is usually the thing about with most women. They want attention. And if they don't get the attention that they want, they go to the next guy for it, which is why social media is so successful at derailing fucking relationships, because they have so much attention now by any motherfucker from all over the world. And that is what us men have had to compete with. And that is in all colors, all races across the fucking world. We are all competing with simps, simp enforcers, dangerous people, really. They're really dangerous, which is why I say leave them the fuck alone. Delete their number, block them, take them off social media. Don't deal with them, because they are fucking troublemakers that'll just get you locked up. And I want to see you guys down here in Mexico having a couple of hooks on the fucking beach with some titties and some ass. So,
it sounds about right. Sounds about right. I like the sounds of that. I might have to take you up on that offer, Professor. Stephen Tees, you got the floor, man. Come talk to us real quick. I know you had something on your mind. I just wanted to let them get it out real quick.
Yo, man. Mr. Decompress in the building, man. Who hurt me? Well, you can see I'm a melanated man, and I grew up in a city where people said that I was ugly because of my complexion. And this is what's been taught to a lot of young men like us until we get older. And then they say, well, I love my strong black man. But as of kids in development, it's all about nappy hair and you ugly because you're dark, somebody like this and like that. But see, we haven't held black women accountable for the teachings and the talk that degrade our kids, from boys and girls. And it's caught in the culture so hard that it's so embedded in. Now it's to the point, just like Jab said, you just got to throw niggas away and separate. But I don't understand how this going. But I'm going to go back to tell y'all some real facts about me.
Let's go.
I have a brother that his baby mama's a BMT to the fucking fullest. And she doing something last week, November 4th. He came home and his daughter, 2 years old, outside, no shirt, Pontiac, Michigan. It led to him, and he liked to.
Steve's breaking
up. You're breaking up, my boy.
Steve, if you can hear us, breaking up.
Steve.
Okay, can y'all get me now?
You good now?
Okay, and what that altercation led to, he ended up putting his hands on that woman because of that baby being outside like that, and it led to him getting arrested. Right? Mm-hmm. You know, that woman came outside and said, well, I'm gonna put you in prison. He got this over there. He got this over there. Within 2 hours, they raided 3 of my family houses. And the house she said, this guy had a banana clip, K, 3.8, and a 4.5.
Sound like she dealing with a Pookie.
Look, and my brother, who just turned that house into his name, was in there. He already got in trouble. He did almost 2 years for messing with a witness when he was in his early 20s. He's a clean guy. He don't mess around like that. You know, he just opened the door to see who was knocking on the door, and the police came in. He's in prison. He's in jail right now. No bond, with all the stuff I just named on him. You know, my older brother who messed with a BMT, who I told him not.
Mm-hmm.
She caused that, right? And then, you know, she shut down my decompressing desert edible page on Facebook. She shut it down. She went and told Facebook that I was doing drugs and all this. They shut my page down. My page is blocked right now. So I had to go in and block her from all my stuff.
That's crazy, man.
So what I'm trying to say is I don't like these stinky ass bitches. And this woman is somebody that sit around 30 years straight, drinking, smoking. Her house is a piece of shit. Her house is fucked up. It's nasty. It's dirty. She don't take care of her kids. She's a straight up alcoholic and she need help.
What's her name?
But now since she put my brother through that and then she ended up getting my other brother into it, she need to get help. But like I said, I draw a line, just like the Juices did with Kyrie.
And I think, speaking of drawing a line, I think that's what you need to do. You feel me? Because that situation sounds like it's out of your control, and you should draw that line and let it be what it is and go your own way. MGTOW that situation, man.
This is actually a good one. This is a good one because it's so severe. It's so fucking easy to walk away from. There's a saying in Alcoholics Anonymous. They usually put it on the wall in the meetings, you know, when you go to those meetings. And there's a dude outside that has stereo on, fucking cranking. And he's got some bass in his shit too. You hear that? They say when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing, one will change. And so when life becomes so fucking agonizing in one area that you just had a fucking enough, you'll have the balls and the courage to bond up with other men who have balls and courage. And I have no problem fucking calling motherfuckers up and saying, no, put her on the phone. I got no problem. You know what I mean? Because I am unafraid of anything they could possibly do to me now. Because I've been put through the ringer, tortured all these years through the court system, family court, eternity, everything. So I have every bit of holding, and every time I go and listen to Mr. Palmer.
My fault, fellas. My daughter's heard me talking. I had to step out. She asked me what's going on with my uncle.
All right, do your thing, my brother.
Car.
With that being said, real quick, Good Bread, what's going on, man? We got the boy in the building. Righteous Feel, God in the motherfucking building. What's going on?
What's goody, fellas? I just wanted to say salute to the panel, man. Man, this is a hell of a show. It's always good. Men are awesome. It's always good to hear men's stories and to see men speaking up and just venting and letting it out, letting it off their chest. Man, great topic today, man. We all been hurt. And we as men, we all have a right to be bitter. You know what I mean? You know, when you look up the word bitter, you know what I mean? It tells you that's when something has been done wrong to you. And all of us men have had something done wrong to us. So we reserve the right to be bitter, guys. But with that said, don't let that grow into a hardened heart, guys. All right? You know what I mean? You always want to focus on you. Continue the self-improvement. Don't let nothing discourage you, guys. Don't let nothing discourage you. All right? And that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Man, I'm enjoying the show, and I'm gonna go back to the chat and just listen to you guys, man.
Hey, Good Bread, before you go.
You know you can't just leave out here like that now.
Yeah,
You know
please
that.
don't.
What up,
I
bro?
would just ask, you have a very airtight definition of the difference between God and the Sky Daddy or Sky's Daddy or whatever.
Yep.
The two different gods that exist that women are using as an excuse to become born again virgins, like the Art of Will said, and using this as the spirit of Lilith, and going to churches where they just say, you know, just live your truth, you know what I mean? Be a lesbian, all this stuff. And I
Right.
know that you're deeper into it than I am, and I kind of was hoping you could bring the fucking thunder.
All right. So pretty much, guys. Pretty much, you guys. You know, you got the Auntie Mary. The Auntie Mary. That's the ultimate mother of single mothers, of baby mothers. You know what I mean? She is the opposite of the Virgin Mary. That's why we don't have many traditional, wholesome, virtuous women around us anymore. You got to understand, guys, Lilith, the Lilith spirit is really real, guys. These modern day feminist women, they too ugly to be Jezebel. So they Lilith. But what they are doing is they're spooning these Jezebel daughters. So the young women, like the one that led this damn show, that's a Jezebel. So don't confuse that as a Lilith. You know what I mean? That's a Jezebel. Equally as dangerous.
Yes,
They're
sir.
both eaters of men and they're both killers of children. And that's what makes them dangerous. And we live in a society today that government saying Zaddy. Remember, that's Sky Zaddy, guys. Remember, God and religion is two different things. Satan wants you to think that there's no such thing as God. So this is why he has this. He have the portrait of the God who we think God is supposed to be. You know, that white God. That is not God. God is not white. God is not black. God is not any color, because a spirit is colorless. All right. So our world, though, have a funny way of manipulating knowledge and manipulating facts. So it have people that it want to push this agenda that you can be whatever person you want that's not God created. So it's telling people that you could be a boy when you're a girl, and it's telling boys you could be a girl when you were born a boy. So you see how they confuse the people. Then they use our history. They use our school and this black history to confuse us. Everything that we read or that we can indoctrinate our mind with when it comes to this black history, and I'm talking all of these leaders of so-called, you know what I mean? All of them is false. All of them are characters in this Walt Disney Hollywood movie that is made by the worlds, by the same people we sit up here and give our money to, bro, the elites. When I say elites, guys, we're talking about the powerful, rich, evil black people, the powerful, rich, evil white people, and you know it goes on and on. It's not a war. It's not a war amongst men and human beings, guys. This is a biblical war. This is a spiritual war. This is a war that's good versus evil, guys. The majority of the world is evil, guys.
Yeah, Brad, let me piggyback off you real quick, man.
Yes,
See, they
sir.
not understanding this Antichrist thing and how it goes. See, it is government daddy, but it's the fact that I'm gonna go back and say this: it's no such thing as a Black history, because
Nope.
the Jewish sisters created it for us, but we haven't decided to step up and create our own history yet. But let's go off that. We're gonna go back to all this all this crazy God stuff with these women, and it's in our community. The women was standing in line. I seen Minister Jab show today, and I seen them standing in line waiting 15 years to get, welfare and help with housing for the men. Because I'm done talking about these bitches, bro. I'm done. These men, like what I explained about my brother, he's a bitch ass nigga. Sorry, folks, but he put my brother just hit 30. He might not be home until we 50 now because of some shit with a BMT. Snitching. That's the definition of a snitch. What she did. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put you in prison. Make sure he got guns at his house. And they went and raided his house within 2 hours. But we not, a lot of people don't confront that stuff. And I say this because I went off on Facebook about it. And this bitch sit there and try to flag my business channels, which she did. But I got rid of her. But the government and how black people worship the government, and it's mostly the women. 99% they worship them.
You right.
They
though.
scared. And for these niggas, y'all scared of white people.
They
I
not
don't
scared.
understand.
No,
My
CT.
wife is white,
CT,
and
hold
I
on,
talk
CT,
like my wife is not white. And I do what I want to do because I'm man as a person. But these people will go to a job, work 12 hours, ask to go pee, ask to drink some water. Oh, sir, please let me go pee. Right? They leaking in their drawers. Then they go back to the factory line. Thank you, sir, for letting me go pee. And then they come out in the street, and then they want to act tough like they want to hurt me and rob me. And they want to be the D-boys and all that. Y'all niggas is not getting this credit no more. And I'm about to start putting the ER on it. Because I'm done with these people. And they fucked our community up. We got nowhere to go forward because of them. So I already know that the ills is a big problem. And we got to go through the ills. You know, I took away the J. The ills. We got to go through the ills. Because they got their foot on our neck, and we will never grow without making sure we draw that line just like everybody else do. I'm sorry, y'all. It's hard for me to hear. That's why I came out. It's very hard. But I'm going to step off. Righteous Fear in the fucking building.
Yes, sir.
I will light it up. I got more. I'm going to stop. The Art of Will, I'm glad to meet you on here. I seen you cook some bitch. Yeah. I like what you did. I can't remember the chick name, but I remember. I seen it. She blocked you off. The same thing happened with me with the Nick at Night girl. They had a guy on there that looked at Mexican, and he was calling them bitches. They looked at me to protect them. I said, I don't protect no women unless it's my daughters. They threw me off the live.
Wow.
So kind of like what happened to you, man.
Yo, good breads. What I want you guys to know, guys, is you don't get distracted, right? Don't think that don't let our sisters try to use our brothers, our white breads, as a scapegoat. Our sisters think they God. It's not about them worshiping the white man, because our sisters don't give a fuck about the white man either. Only time they care about the white man is when they can use him to piss us off. You know what I mean? But they don't care about no man.
Yes, sir.
They don't care about no man. So don't get distracted by that. You know what I mean? The attack is on man. The attack is on man. And they play these colors and these crayon games to keep black men and white men from teaming up. Oh yeah. We gonna take the cat out the bag tonight. We gonna take the cat out the bag because if you notice, in this black community, you have the dudes who worship the coochie, and then like Steve Teague said, you have the women who worship the government. You know what I mean? And that's how it go. The women worshiping the government, and the dudes is worshiping the coochie, and that's why we call it the gynocracy. Gyno mixed with democracy. Boom.
There's two things that I wanted to ask Steve before he goes. It's two things. Has he ever read any Stoic philosophy? And two, have you ever tried meditation?
Can I add the third one?
No, that's just two. You can add as many as you want, man. He put us on hold.
I just want to add one more. Do you have this magical blue book?
Say that again. Oh, okay. Nope. I ain't got one of them.
Passport Rose, man.
Get that ready, man.
What I would say this though, the only time I really got into really deep meditation is when I was in jail. And like me, I'm an operator. I'm a Class A driver. I got hazmat.
Good.
I got every endorsement: OSHA 10, OSHA 30, CPR. I'm everything.
So
But
you could drive.
I made a
Nice shit,
mistake
nice shit.
5 years ago. I ended up getting an OWI after I got fired from a job in Oklahoma. And this is a long story for me to break that down, but that's a whole nother story. But when I did them 60 days, and I should never did that. I never had an OWI. OWI is the first offense with DUI. And that led to me being emotional, worshiping Sky Daddy, praying to Sky Daddy, praying everything will be okay. You can't drink a bottle of liquor and jump on the road and pray to God and say it's going to be okay. No, I was praying to Sky Daddy. You get what I'm saying, though? You get what I'm saying now, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I get what you're saying. They hit you
And-
with
and-
that. They hit you with that worldly world indoctrination of pray to the manifestation God, and all you got to do is sit down and pray. But listen, I don't want y'all to get distracted though. Meditation and prayer is the same thing, guys. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It
I'm
is the
giving
exact
you-
same thing.
I'm just
It's
giving
just
you
the
a
way the
breathing
world.
exercise. I'm just giving you a breathing exercise that works for soldiers with PTSD. And so, like, all this that you're dealing with is kind of, you can actually deal with it real quick with just a quick breathing exercise. I can teach all of you within under 10 seconds.
That's
And
a
I
fact,
use it
though.
for teaching. I teach kids that have like anxiety with like claustrophobia or fear of heights. And basically, it's nothing more than breathing in twice very quickly. Okay. It's like this, like you're trying to take a fucking bump of whatever.
Yo, Steve T, real prayer takes very little
Yeah.
bit of talking, very little bit of begging. See, they taught us how to pray and beg. Real prayer is more mental work, kind of like what bro is talking about. It's just breathing and releasing. It's just an exchange of energy and release. Real true prayer. We'll link up and I give you some of my prayer meditation tips and shit.
Okay, but
That's a fact. That's a
there was
fact.
three. There were
Let me
three.
say this though.
Will had one. I had one. We talked about that. Good Bread talked about it. But the first one was about, have you ever read anything on Stoicism?
Facts.
Stoic philosophy.
Yeah, you got to be a stoic. Because
I don't know what
Hold
that
on.
is actually. And you know,
All right,
I don't sit here and lie or
embrace
cap.
hardship.
I
You
love
got to
it.
embrace
Look,
Check it
hardship.
out. We get into that. We get into that. We'll
That's
get
a
into that.
breakthrough.
We
That's
get
a
into that.
breakthrough. Hey, listen, I think that this is like the perfect fit. It's like, I mean, tell me, if any of you guys know anything about Stoicism, every
I
single
know.
thing you
I
just
know.
experienced. Oh,
Look. Check it out though.
you
Check it
guys
out.
are gonna like
check it
this
out.
because
Check it out.
this was a king, and during this era, he was the 19th king in a row, and he was the very first that was uncorruptible. So he was in power for 19 years. So he had all the money, he had all the power. He could take your wife, your daughter if he wanted to. He could drink himself into a coma every night and eat like a fat pig, but he didn't. And in fact, he was an economist. And the same situation that all of our men are going to have to deal with if they drop the credit system, they go to Bitcoin, all this shit. All this stuff was talked about during this time when the Stoics were talking about money. We're talking about grouping up with friends.
Facts.
I mean, every single
No,
thing.
that's a fact. That's a whole nother live. That's a whole nother live, man.
Osea be spitting.
Check it out though. Check it out though. Not to cut y'all off, man. Art of Will, you had something to say real quick?
Not really. What I just wanted to give him a brief explanation of Stoicism. It's just pretty much not showing emotion. Also, I also wanted to wish. Oh, he got off. I was gonna say, I know he felt some type of way about his brother, but I still want to, give out positive energy for him, because that's still family to him, and I just at least wanted to do that, make sure that, give my best wishes, hope at least, wish good things to, at least help him get through the system and the situation that he's in.
Right.
So
Meditation helps with like anxiety that he's experiencing right now. And it's just like soldiers when they come back from war. It's like being in shock, but it goes in waves. And the only way to deal with it is either take fucking medicine, which I don't tell people to do, or not. I'm not a medical doctor. And the other thing is to meditate, because it seemed to be the only thing that worked for me when I came back from Iraq. The only thing that worked for me, and this is crazy because the VA down in Miami was so full of people that one of my friends who came back as an amputee said, hey, we should go to Puerto Rico. They put in an express lane for combat veterans. And I was like, fuck yeah. That's how I ended up in Puerto Rico. That's how I ended up in Latin America. And I didn't have a passport because I owed $70,000 in child support. So I was under a hell of a lot of fucking pressure. So I had to get my fucking shit together, and I had to study my emotions, and I had to reflect back on all the fucked up shit I did in every fucked up relationship, and then take ownership of that shit.
That's how you do it. Accountability,
do it.
man. That's how you win. And
Okay,
hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let you.
Other subject.
No, we about to close out the show. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and do y'all thing real quick. So we're gonna start off with you, Aviated.
Yeah,
close out real quick. Please be brief, because I really I went over my time a little bit. So just go ahead and close out real quick, man.
Yeah, like I say, man, we need to toughen up as men. We need to take things seriously. We need to put emotion aside and put rationality in front. We need to think before we act. We need to think before we conversate with someone. We need to look at our surrounding, our environment. Who is part of our environment? We need to make better decisions. We need to make better choices, and we need to stay away from people that pave us away from our path and our, purpose. Because a man's purpose is everything for him. Because that's the purpose that gives us a reason to live. That's why you see a lot of men suicide. It's because they don't have a purpose. That's why us men, we need to find a purpose or look for a brother to be part of his purpose so he can have a purpose.
That's a fact. Great spill. I love what you just said. I want to go with you now, Professor. Give us a closeout real quick.
It's almost unfair we have to close this out, because we're not even scratching the surface of something that we could have really put a big dent in tonight. Just seeing him in the condition he was in.
Right.
That's what we got to jump all over, especially giving guys guidance, especially away from the negative shit, cigarettes and alcohol. That's all negative shit. And then into the gym, and then to better in their lives. Because that worked for me. It may not work for you, but it works for fucking 80% of us down here in Mexico. So that's all I got, you guys, man. It's good to see you.
Man, I appreciate you for coming on, Professor, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on, bro.
It's good to see you all, too. Adios.
Art of Will, what's going on, man? Talk to us, man. Close us out real quick.
Yeah. So, and again, as I mentioned, this magical blue book here, you have to get right with yourself, though. You still have to work on yourself. You can't just go overseas, without preparation, without a plan. You know what I mean? So whatever kind of habits or vices that you have, you got to work on getting rid of it, and always continue to improve yourself, and also improve both your health and wealth, and get power before you leave the matrix. That's pretty much all I got to say on that.
Beautiful, man. I hope y'all take heed to what he just said. And Art of Will, man, we got some more talking to do, man. I really appreciate you for coming on the panel. Are we following each other on Instagram?
So I don't have social media. I just pretty much what I can do though. I can put in a Discord. I'm part of. Are you a little bit familiar with the Passport, like the Passport movement, Passport Bros kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely.
Okay, so you've heard of Austin then, right?
Austin? No. I've probably
Holman.
seen him, but I'm not really familiar with
I heard of him.
Austin
Okay, I'll
Holman.
put you on to
That's
him.
the homie.
Okay.
We
Yeah, I'll
up
put
there
you
in
on
the
to him.
forum. I'm
Okay,
up
I
there in
know
the
him.
Facebook group.
See what the righteous field know what's going on. So we in there.
I know Will, man. I know him from the Facebook group.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So what I can do is I can drop. Let me drop a Facebook in the private chat for you.
Yes, sir.
Because that's
Do that.
where you're gonna find me active mostly. I just don't do Instagram. I may eventually, once I get into, once I start to make my move to get out of here. then yeah, I
No,
may
I
start.
mean, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I just wanted to find a space where I can communicate with you real quick.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So I'm going to send you the group. This is the Facebook group here in the private chat. I'm gonna also send you a Discord as well.
All right, cool.
I got a Discord also.
Live networking, guys. Stop playing, man. This is how you,
Just-
you communicate and talk to brothers and
just
start conversations, and maybe we can benefit from these conversations. But take notes.
right. Also, yeah, just make sure to answer all the questions on there, because that's how we that's how we vet people.
Of course,
we don't
no problem.
let anybody in.
That wouldn't be an issue for me at all.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and
yeah, go ahead.
In your Facebook profile, you do have like images of yourself too, right? You're not just anonymous.
Yeah, I have images of myself on my
Okay,
Facebook.
awesome. Yeah, that's another thing that we look at as well. So, and here's the I'm gonna go ahead and put it's the same name of the group, Enlightened Western Men, and that's also in the so that's in the Discord. And you'll find my YouTube name in the Discord, and then my real name is in Facebook.
All right, cool. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, so you will hear from me very soon.
Okay.
That's one thing I do is I network and I communicate. I appreciate you for coming on the panel, by the way, man. I really do appreciate you. Last but not least, man, we got Mr. Goodbread, the big bro in the building, man. Close us out. Let us know what's going on, Mr. Goodbread.
Great spill, guys. Everybody gave you some great key tips that you can use to become the best version of yourself. And at the end of the day, guys, you really got to ask yourself, do you really want it? I mean, some people don't want to win. And that's okay. If you don't want to win, then please don't prevent anybody else from winning. You see how that works? That's how you can help somebody without helping somebody. If you don't want to win, then don't harbor and don't you know what I mean? Don't stop somebody else from winning, guys.
Right.
I tell y'all all of the time, when you want to know how to get money, when you want to know how to get a girl, when you want to know how to get anything in life, really ask yourself, why is it that you want that? You know what I mean? And then you will really understand if you really want that, if you really need to waste your time on trying to obtain that, guys. And I ain't going to drag it, but y'all already know, wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Don't play with your life.
Don't do it. Please don't do it, man. Y'all know it's a fuck time it is.
Never.
It's Mr. OKL. Y'all know who it is. Okay, Let's Talk TV by way of Okay, Let's Talk About It on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button, notification bell as well. And for those of you who haven't done so already, follow me on Instagram at Okay Let's Talk TV and stay tuned because we are not done. I promise you that. I appreciate the panel and shout out to the chat, man. We will be reaching out to Stephen Teague, man. We will be reaching out to him.